Shalom. We just want to start off by saying, Call Halayim La
Yahweh
Ba'Hashem
Yahushai
Ba'Hashem
B'Chakodash.
I want to give the honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, peace and salutations, hopefully like an Akim, spread his truth throughout the four corners of this earth, which is a free brothers from the great millstone, the Marines camp. Coming at you with a Lord willing, edifying lesson, man. All right, and the topic of this lesson is going to be, don't let this devil trick you. Okay, and I'm going to start off with this Ephesians 6 and verse 11. Ephesians 6 and verse 11.
I got you.
I'm here. It says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right, and when you go into that wiles, right, it goes into the trickery, the deceit. Okay, because this devil, man, all right, he's the spiritual demon Satan, man. He's not playing fair, man. Okay, and he's going to be using all avenues to what? To try and throw you off your square, man. To try to overthrow your faith. Okay, as it says, go ahead.
This is Luke 22 and 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. And I'll go into that word sift. It is the Greek word synazo. And it says to sift, to shake and to sieve. Figuratively, by inward agitation, to try one's faith to the verge of overthrow. And just backing up what you were saying, Satan will use all his different avenues to do this.
Yeah.
And he knows how you operate, he knows how you reason, he knows what your weaknesses is and what your strength is, so on and so forth. So we just gotta be on guard. We have to have this armor so that we're not taken up by his different attempts to make us fall out of the faith.
Yep. This is for the word agitation. I looked in the Edamai online, and it says the physical sense of state of being shaken or moving violently. It says the meaning state of being mentally agitated. Okay, so mentally you're being shaken. You know, and like the brother said, Satan knows the different avenues of your emotions, this, that, and the third, and you know when it's Satan talking, man, it's your voice. You know, so you start, there's certain thoughts that come in. It's just like with Yahushai, right? When he was in the wilderness, right, and he was tempted, what did Satan use? He used precepts. You know, so there might be certain precepts that you might think of, or will justify this, justify that. Well, I could do this, you know, but the spirit has to kick in. You know, but again, all these different thoughts, problems, people come in, your family, this, that, and the third. You got to do this, you got to do that. You know, you forgot to do this. Responsibilities here, and it's in your mind is being shaken. You know, where you're like they say, oh, I'm running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Too many things grabbed your attention. You get too many things you're trying to stress about and worry about, man. You know, and that's something Satan uses. And it says what? At the point, it says inward agitation to the point to overthrow one's faith. So now because we're so focused and fixated on this problem, that, and this is going on, and that's going on, then we stop looking at the bigger picture. We stop keeping the Lord as an apple of our eye, and now we're focused on all this other stuff that really doesn't matter. And what happens? You start falling little by little. That's why it says, he that contemneth small things shall fall little by little. Okay, this is real quick, this is Psalms chapter 34 and verse 19. It says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. So whatever it may be that will happen, that'll come to agitate us, to get us off our square, have us tossed to and fro, hey, just know and reassure yourself that, hey, the Lord is going to get us out of this. Whatever it is, it's like, man, really, I don't need to be stressing about this. I don't need to be so worried. That's why it says in Philippians, I believe, you know, be careful for nothing. Matter of fact, if brother want to grab it real quick, it says, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. You know, I'll just let Jake read it, man.
This is Philippians 4 and 6. be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto the Most High. So like the brother's going into, right? We got to keep our eyes single, right? And when we have something that's trying to take our attention here and there, right? We give it to Yahweh Shemal Shai. It says, cast your cares upon him because he cares for you.
Yep.
So we have to keep these things. These is a part of that armor that helps us defend against. These precepts is that armor that helps us defend against when Satan's coming at us from all these different angles.
Come and if you would have kept reading, it says, "Be careful for Salaki." You read that, right? It says, "And the peace of the Most High," verse 7, "which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Mashiach Yahushua." There's another precept that says, "He whose mind is stayed upon the Lord will keep him in perfect peace." You know why? Because we're abiding within the comfort. We're reassuring ourselves, strengthening ourselves in the Lord by way of the precepts. Okay, and again, it says, "Be careful for nothing." In another translation, it says, "Do not be anxious about anything." That's the NIV. "But in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to the Most High." So another thing too is, people say it in the word, "Hey, count your blessings." You know, it's not just about ask. Every time you pray, you asking, but thank the Lord, man. Be appreciative of what we got. You know, thank the Lord for the day. Thank the Lord for our health. Thank the Lord for the things we got. And when you do that, you shift the perspective to where now it's not just, I got this problem and this problem and this problem, but no, it's like, look, Lord, you got me good. You got me with this. You got me with the water. And it's just a better feeling to your spirit, man. Because when we're so fixated on problems and this and that, that's where that anxiety comes in. You know, that's where all that uncertainty and this and that, these problems, that inward agitation, bro, and that's what ends up happening. You know, and that word "careful" right here says, "Be careful for nothing." Mediano, right? It says to be anxious, Salakia, to be troubled with cares, to look out for a thing, to seek to promote one's interests. You know, taking thought, anxious. You know, so you're troubled with this. You're trying to find ways and this, that, and the third. It's like, nah, man, the Lord got it. The Lord told us perfectly well. In the Gospels, it says, look at the sparrows. Look at the birds. They don't toil, neither do they sow. But does the Lord not feed them? How much more you? You know, so at the end of the day, man, the Lord is going to have us straight. The Lord going to deal. You know, but Jay got it, man.
I just had this quick one. Back of what you were saying a little earlier, this is 1 Peter 5 and verse 7. It says, "Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you."
Mm-hmm.
All right, so man, ultimately, man, the Lord don't want to see us lose, man. Right, but we have to make that inquisition, man. We have to make that supplication, right? When something's bothering us, man, we have to make that supplication when things are getting shaky. Okay, it says in verse 8, it says, "Be sober. Be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." All right, and man, the spiritual demon Satan has this world, man. All right, he has this world, man. 2/3 of our people, all right, gone through. Okay, he's searching for what? The hopeful elect, man, to try to get them right to try to have them overthrow their own faith, man. Try to get them off their square, man. Right? It's why seeking the Lord, right, and calling upon him and casting all our cares upon him is vital, man. It's very much important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these different things are meant to grow us. You know, it's situations that the Lord allows in order for us to grow from these things, man. The Lord don't want to see us all bent out of shape and this, and, you know, all weak over whatever it is. Hey, the Lord loves a warrior, man. It says the Lord is a man of war. You know, so we got to put up that fight. Hey, what did he tell Job? So,
Gird up thy loins.
Gird up thy loins. You know, as a man, I demanded of thee. Equip yourselves as men.
Yeah.
So, hey, we got to deal. We got to do what we got to do.
Yeah, it reminded me of Jacob. He was wrestling that angel.
Yep.
He's like, the Lord likes a fighter. He wrestled with the angel so that he can get his blessing. And it's the same spirit that we got to be in. We got to endure these different hardships that the Lord puts us through, right? And again, it's all a perfecting process. It reminds me of that precept. It says, I have called you to be soldiers. I forget how it's worded.
I got it. This is 2 Timothy 2 and verse 3. It says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life."
Yeah, because again, man, entangling ourselves with the affairs of this life. That word entangle, well, you know, when you think about it, it's like a spider. It's a spider web. You know, everything out here is a trap. It says, "Know ye not that we walk about the battlements of the city?" You know, we're behind enemy lines. We're in enemy territory, man. So everything here is set up. When you're in this, you know, understanding in the spirit, everything's set up to make us fall, to make us sin, to make us go off, to make us, to distract us, to lead us away from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, so understanding that it's all a web, just like a web, right? An insect goes on there, boom, you get stuck, you get caught up. And then what ends up happening, man? That spider comes, wraps you up, you die, you get eaten. It's the same thing here. It's all a trap. So if we're so worried about the things of this world and this and that and the woman and whatever the case may be, whatever it is, then you're falling in that trap. And it's crazy because how's the scripture say, man? As a trap that's laid, a snare that's laid for the bird. You know what I'm talking about? I can't word it. You know, but pretty much, knowing and understanding that, man, how foolish are we to fall into a trap? You know, here you have it. You see a bear trap. You see somebody open it. You see them put whatever. What will be used today? Bait. Say it's a $1 million cash.
Yeah, some type of pleasure.
But you gotta grab it, and it's like, man, I know I seen them do it. I know it's gonna, man, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyways. It's like, bro, and the Lord will show us. You know, if we're in the spirit, bro, and we pray unto the Lord, it reminds me of King David. It says that he did nothing without counsel. You know, when he would go to war, he inquired of the Lord. You know, every time he would inquire of the Lord, man. And we should have that mindset. You know, a lot of times it's easy for us to, man, I'm going to just do this real quick. Or, man, I got this. But no, if we inquire and we're tapped in the spirit, bro, the Lord will show you, like, look, this, you might think that this ain't it. And he'll give you signs. And bro, he'll have people say things or whatever the case may be, man. But the Lord will show you. It's like, nah, go away from this. This ain't for you. This ain't good for you. Yeah, do this. Nah, don't do that, you know? And again, on our part, getting counsel from brothers. That's what we're here for. That's part of equipping ourselves with what the Lord has given us. You know, we're going out to war. Yeah, like the brother was reading, we got the shield of faith.
I can go back to that.
After you know, the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation, all these things. But we also have a squad, for lack of better words. We have a platoon. We have a platoon, a unit. There's a commander. There's a rank and order. And so let's get the counsel. Okay, maybe this is something. Maybe this is something that I need to fight with my brothers with. You know, it might be that you got a problem, an issue, and you're fasting. It might take, hey, brother, I'm having a problem with up the bam. Or you might not even tell the brother, well, look, I'm having a problem that I need help overcoming. Hey, brother, would you fast with me out? You think you could fast with me, or you think you could pray for me? You know, and deal that way. And because of that unity, because of that love, and because, you know, two are agreeing, bro, there's power in that. There's power in that. You know, so again, in this war, being soldiers, we got to please the Most High, but let us be mindful of how we're warring. You know, Jay got it, man.
I just finished this 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy 2 and verse 4 says, "No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier." All right, and that's the name of the game, man. All right, we're trying to please Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. That has chosen us to be soldiers, man. So what? We have to endure this hardness, man. Things that are thrown at us, man. The trickeries, the deceits. All right, the wiles of the devil, man. We have to combat that, man. All right, going back to that Ephesians. Going back to this Ephesians 6.
Mm-hmm.
Ephesians 6 and verse. I just read verse 11 again. It says, "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay, so man, our warfare is not flesh and blood, man. Okay? It's not carnal, man.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't a war that could be fought carnally. You know what I'm saying? So we must equip ourselves in the spirit. And just like in the game, you know, I know Jake has played the games where you get points and then you level up. You can level up your guns. You can level up your weapons that you got, your armor. Yeah, all that, man. Stamina. It's the same thing in the spirit. We're growing in the spirit. So, hey, what Matati calls it the blueprint, right? Add to your faith patience. Patience. You know, I'll grab it real quick. Mm-hmm. 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 5. It says, and besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith. Add to your faith. Okay? It says, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if these things be in you, and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Mashiach Yahushua. You know, so adding to ourselves spiritually, so that we could fight this spiritual warfare. Okay, because the battles, the battles that we fought when we first came in is not going to be the same battles that we're fighting 5 years in, 10 years in, whatever the case may be, man. And so, some of them might be. There might be some demons left over that you still got to fight. Why? Because it's still got, it's like, again, Satan knows, man. So there might be something that tugs at your emotions, tugs at your heart. You got to care for. And it comes back up around. It's like, man, fuck. You know, but learning how to deal with that. And again, that's why it says, bro, I'm going to grab it real quick. That's why it says, this is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. It says, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. Humble yourselves. To our people especially, but Jake got a problem with wanting, I got it, I could do it, I could figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I could do it, I'm a man, or whatever the stigma might be behind it. But humbling yourselves is admitting, look, man, I'm weak in this shit. Be real. I'm weak with this. I got a problem here. And Lord, I need you. Lord, I can't do this by myself. That's part of that humility is admitting that, look, man, I can't do it. In this, I am weak. So I need my Lord to help me. You know, I have this problem, Lord, I need you. It says, casting all your care upon him because he hath care for you. Again, in the NIV, casting all your anxiety upon him because he cares for you. So whatever it is that's troubling us, that's hurting us, like, bro, we need to give that to the Lord. The Lord told us to give it unto him, to cast it upon him. He'll carry it for you. See, we can't run this race with extra baggage because it weighs us down. Now, that might be something that happened in the faith, bro. It could be something that happened years ago. It could be something that happened to you as a child. A lot of our people have fucked up trauma, man. You know, certain women, they got touched and abused and SA'd, man. And they hold on to that. And the pride and the trauma, like the brother said, it closes them off from opening up. When really you need to give that to the Lord. You have to. Otherwise, that's something that the enemy is going to use against you, man. Because he knows where it got you. Those demons playing in your mind, this, that, and the third. Like, no, you need to let that shit go. And the Lord is there with his arm reached out, man. All you got to do is give it unto him. And now guess what? Now you're running that race and okay, it's lighter. You got extra breath. Bro, imagine running a marathon with a weighted vest. Shit. And you don't need to wear that shit. But you so dead set, no, I got it. I can do it. No, I got it. You're all cramping, you hurt. And here the Lord, you know, just an analogy, the Lord is right next to you, man. Just with his hand, yeah, just give it to me. You're fine. Give it to me. No, I could do it. I got it. The fuck are you doing? So now you give it unto the Lord, and now and even when you give it to the Lord, bro, the Lord's still running with you. The Lord's still with you. So we gotta be mindful of those different things that the enemy does, man. You know, Satan he's a hell of a sparring partner, like brothers say. He knows where to get you. All right, but it says, 1 Peter 5 and 7, Salaki, casting all your care upon him because he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And all it takes is that one weak moment, man. It takes 1 weak moment for you to slip up and do this, for us, Salakia, to slip up, to do this, to fall into this temptation, and bro, then you get fucked up.
Satan's like,
yeah,
got his ass.
And you might be, and that's the thing, like really analyzing these things, man, being real and transparent with ourselves, because it might be something that happened, and it's like, okay, man, I know I shouldn't have did that, but those actions have consequences, and the repercussions of our acts, bro, can have effects years down the line, bro. And I can say that personally from experience. One fuck up it not only fucks you up, but it could fuck the brothers up. Puts the brothers in a bad position. You know, you got children, it might put your children in a bad position. Your mindset, this, that, and the third, your finances, bro, all kinds of stuff can happen. You know, so like Apostle Gabar said, walking on eggshells. You know, the primary thing is being good with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But we have to take all these things into consideration, man. You got it back.
This is Ephesians 6 and verse 13 now. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. There it says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. All right, so man, the Lord has equipped us. All right, the Lord has given us, right, what's needed to endure, right, to endure to the end. Okay, we must, you know, having done all to stand, like, hey, we have to utilize these things, man. We have to put these things into use, right, including the counsel from the brotherhood, as the brother was mentioning earlier.
Oh, I got this one. This is Matthew 7 and 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And this when you say we got to utilize these things, this reminded me of this precept. We had these precepts to fortify our minds when different things is happening, and this is how we are counted as wise in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is how we are founded upon that rock, how we have that strong foundation when these different things come at us, when Satan comes at us from this angle and that angle. It says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, us being that house, these different phenomenon being the different afflictions that we go through. It says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell. Verse 25. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. So, applying these different precepts, right, and keeping our eyes single, right, doing those things is pleasing in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is what's going to keep us strong when these different things come upon us, right? And it's going to allow us to be stable. It's going to allow us to stay standing after these different attacks from Satan come. But again, just applying just applying it back to that armor. That's our protection. That's what's gonna keep us strong when these different things come upon us. That's all I had.
Yep, that's all I had too as well. So, you know, hopefully, Lord willing, man, this was edifying. You know, we just want to end off by saying, Call Halayim La
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Hakodash.
Want to give them honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, peace and citations, hopefully like an eye can spread his truth throughout the four corners of this earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.